present high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Lake Area Eagle Stops, the Osage Beach Hy-Vee, American Sun Control, Jason Blankenship CPA, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company in downtown Versailles, COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, the Shed Batting Cages, GT Brothers Automotive in Eldon, Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, Bright Printing and Promotional Advertising, Vera Cruz Mexican Restaurant in Versailles, the Morgan County Health Center, the Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie, Versailles Total Fitness, and Big O Tires. Thanks for joining us for high school basketball on MoSportsZone and KS95.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's presentation of KS95 Sports, live from the 95th Annual Eldon Tournament, home of this opening round matchup. We're going to have several for them, a little less, Britt. We're going to have several of them tonight, too, here on KS95, one on our sister station, Cool 102.7. As starting things off, our 4 o'clock matchup is the Versailles Tigers versus the Tigers of Smith Cotton. I'm Colton Taylor, camera girl, commentator, popcorn enthusiast. Brittany Carver with me right now. Britt, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm excited. A little early game. This is one of the earliest we've done this season, I think.
Yeah, it is a little weird getting ready for a game anytime it's before 6 o'clock, and we've got a 4 o'clock tip time as we're in our Eagle Stop pregame show, the Smart Metal broadcast. But, Britt, one thing is for certain, the two teams we primarily cover, the Eldon Mustangs and the Versailles Tigers, both of which we'll see tonight, are red hot coming into this tournament.
Yes, I believe both of them are on a 6-game winning streak right now.
5 for Versailles.
Okay, 5 for Versailles, 6 for Eldon, and then they're both in double-digit wins on the season?
Versailles would be with a win tonight.
Okay. So they're like one behind each other.
Yeah, Versailles comes in at 9-7. Eldon will be 10-5, and we see them later tonight. The Tigers are undefeated in conference play. So as Versailles gets ready for this one, they only have one conference game left on their schedule, and that'll be El Dorado Springs coming up a little bit later on in the season, and that would decide the conference title. They're also undefeated in district play as well. But a tough contest here is this is the 8-1 matchup, but don't be fooled by seeding. This tournament is so good, it really doesn't matter if you're the 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 8 seed. Anybody can come in and win this tournament, and that can be huge for your season.
Yeah, I always like to, when I played sports, go into tournaments thinking everyone's 0-0. Because really there's no record. I mean, a tournament, you win, you go on, you lose, you go to the backside. But your regular season record doesn't define like that win or that loss. I mean, you could have played several harder teams, and then like Versailles, they're getting ready to play Smith Cotton, and Smith Cotton's always got several great, impressive athletes on their team. But I think Versailles might be able to, hold their own a little and play some good ball.
We've seen an emergence from the Tigers over the last few weeks. They've been playing great team basketball. And on top of that, a couple guys have really started to stand out. And the names are starting to sound more and more familiar, as you got to start with the big fella down low, the freshman Harmon Ollison, 6'3", benching about 300 pounds out there. Now, I can't help but notice that Harmon's got that right hand taped up mighty fine, like looks like he just got done in the UFC main event the other night or something. But I know that won't matter to the big fella. He has been tough down low and has been a presence. And, of course, out on the wing, you find another freshman in Ryan Walters. Those two have obviously been playing ball together for several years now, and you feel like there's a connection there.
Yeah, they've got that team chemistry down for sure. And I know they play a lot of travel ball together. And that, I mean, basically year-round, if you think about it, with school ball and travel ball. They're playing year-round together on a court. I mean, you're going to build a good relationship with him, and you're going to learn your teammate, and you're going to know how he plays, what he needs, what he doesn't need, how to make him more successful, and obviously the other way around too.
And a third piece to that puzzle that I've got to show some love to is Jacob Vansel. Starting in the Stover tournament, Jacob started to find his shot a little bit in his role in the offense, and since then, the kid's been a double-double machine. Now, Jacob may not give you 30 a night or anything crazy like that, but he's going to go out there and give you 10, 12, 14 with a good 10 or 11 rebounds to go with it. Suddenly, a little three-headed monster has emerged here in Versailles. You start surrounding that with players like Joey Bertelli, who's going to be a defensive menace and can hit some shots as well. Dalton Reza can hit the open three. Of course, Big Timo, he's just a sniper from downtown. The Tigers have some options right now and just seem to be playing well together.
Yes, they're all starting to kind of fall in that role. Like, they're figuring out what position on this team they have and what, like, what success they can bring to it while still complementing each other. Someone else I want to point out is Randy Taylor. He comes off the bench, and it's an immediate impact, whether it's a rebound or he's going across the floor to get a loose ball. I mean, his defense is good too, and he's starting to take a little more shots, getting a little more comfortable with these boys, but I think he's going to be really helpful for the team in the upcoming years too.
No, I completely agree. I'm a big Randy Taylor fan because Randy is that glue guy that's going to do whatever a coach tells him, and he's going to do it to the fullest of his abilities. So Tigers playing good ball right now. By the way, this game not just on the radio, you can watch it at MoSportsZone.com, also on our Facebook page as well. Game 1 of 2 for us tonight, as we've got the Tigers in action right now versus the Tigers. Coming up later tonight, 8:30, an old school rivalry as we get the red-hot Eldon Mustangs versus the defending state champion Eugene Eagles. I think we're going to have a dogfight here at the 95th Annual Eldon Tournament. But before a dogfight, we're going to have a cat fight as it's Tigers versus Tigers coming up. We'll take a break, get back with more of our Eagle Stop pregame show. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Building season is here and a great time to visit Martin Metal for the next agricultural, residential, or commercial project on your list. Trusted throughout the heartland, they continue offering only the top quality products in the industry, which ensures beauty and durability for years to come. When in need of a post frame or a stud frame building, you can depend on the dedicated professional staff to help you get your job moving forward. Call 573-378-4050 and speak with a professional today. That's 573-378-4050 or check us out online at martinmetal.com.
Winter driving demands more from your vehicle, and Lloyd Belt Automotive delivers. We carry a large selection of four-wheel drive trucks and large SUVs, including Ford, Chevrolet, GMC, and Ram, built to handle snow, ice, and everything in between. Every vehicle goes through a 172-point inspection and is fully reconditioned before it hits our lot. And each one comes with a complimentary powertrain warranty. Plus, enjoy no dealer fees, 90 days to your first payment, and 4.5% financing for 48 months with approved credit. This winter, drive with confidence at Lloyd Belt Automotive in Eldon, where you're always a good deal better.
Hey, Missouri. When you're looking for a reliable pit stop, look no further than Eagle Stop. Family owned with over 50 locations. Whether you're gassing up or grabbing snacks, you'll always get a clean, consistent, and quality experience. And you're going to want to reward yourself with snacks, drinks, and fuel discounts. Download their brand new app today. Earn points with every purchase. Eagle Stop, where your journey is their passion. Stop by today and see why they're Missouri's favorite.
This flu season isn't messing around. Per the CDC, it's the worst in 25 to 30 years. But it's not too late to protect yourself. Join the Flu Vaccine Clinic February 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. at COMC next to Hy-Vee. These free vaccines are available for patients 6 months and older. Get vaccinated and stay healthy. Plus, you'll be entered to win 2 tickets to a 2026 concert at Ozarks Amphitheater. It's quick, easy, and convenient.
COMC, the healthy place to be.
Back with our Eagle Stop pregame show, getting ready to meet the starters and get to the opening tip as it is Smith Cotton, the 1 seed in this 95th Annual Eldon Tournament, taking on the 8 seed Versailles Tigers. I know I've said it a dozen times, but throw seeding out the window when you get to this tournament. You look at some of the teams in this. We've got Versailles Smith Cotton opening this up. The next game on the ballot will be Fatima taking on, as I'm drawing a complete and utter blank, we were just in their gym, the Pirates, Boonville. That's going to be another great matchup as the head coach of the Boonville Pirates just walked in the door. Fatima, a very tall, energetic team that can run the floor and shoot threes. And, of course, Boonville does the same, and they've got that 6'7" true freshman that's already been offered by Mizzou. Then you'll get the Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians in a game they might combine for 200 points by the time they're done. 2 run-and-gun programs. That one's going to be on our sister station, Pool 102.7 and at MoSportsZone.com. And then the nightcap, the Eldon Mustangs and the Eugene Eagles right here on KS95. So going to be a great opening day of basketball here at the Eldon Tournament. Britt, I'm going to struggle tonight, aren't I?
Yeah, we got a lot of the same things. So right now we have the Tigers, and then we'll have Eldon and Eugene. You're going to be getting them mixed up.
Well, I blame the snow days. I mean, we were supposed to start this on Monday. Here we are on Wednesday.
I know, we were shorted 2 days of the hospitality room.
I'm so glad you said that. We've been talking about that all week. Like, there are levels to hospitality rooms, and we've seen some really good ones.
Eldon just exceeds it.
Eldon is a different level. Like, they are the Hall of Fame caliber hospitality rooms. Like, it could be its own restaurant down there.
Honestly, it could. And they have such, variety. Like, they'll have everything you could have ever imagined.
I told somebody the other day that Eldon is the first hospitality room that I've ever went in that they would literally have 4 to 5 main courses as options.
Yes.
And that's not an exaggeration either.
No, you're never going to run out of food either.
No, it's a wonderful job, and a big thanks to Steve Henderson and the entire crew here at Eldon that puts all of this on. Steve does a wonderful job taking care of us, getting us all set up, and he's been sending me emails throughout the week, and I know Steve's been running around like a madman trying to get everything in order to get this going with all the snow days. And as we get ready to meet our starting lineups in this opening round matchup, we also get ready to say hello to the coach, Jason Vansel, joining us now. Coach Vansel, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Ready for some good basketball to be played here this evening. What are you after? Oh, okay.
I thought I grabbed one out of my car when I came in, but apparently I didn't.
Well, while I'm grabbing this, can you give me the starters for the Versailles Tigers?
Yeah, we have number 2, senior Joey Bertelli, number 5, freshman Ryan Walters, number 11, sophomore Jacob Vansel, number 24, senior Tyler Morrison, freshman number 34, Big Harmon Allison.
Of course, under head coach White Espinoza, assisted by Kobe Williams and Ryan Pryor. Starting for the other Tigers, out of Smith Cotton, number 3, Grayson Podorf. He is 5'11" and a sophomore. Number 4, Michael Stace. Wow, I should have got pronunciation. Stasiuk. He is 5'11" and a senior. Number 5, Maxwell Lyles, 6 foot and a freshman. Number 10, Dax Whisker. I remember this kid. He can play some ball, 6'4" and a senior. And number 15, that is Jaquez Bennett, 6'7" and a sophomore. So some size out there for these Tigers of Smith Cotton. But, you know, I say that. You look at Bennett. He is 6'7", they say, but man, he's got an athletic build to go with it too.
He's a big kid. He got some size. He's not a skinny 6'7". I mean, he's a good-looking kid.
Now, in that same breath, though, I do think Harmon can probably body him.
Who gets lowest usually wins. That's what we say in football, and basketball is really not much different.
Harmon and Bennett have slightly different builds. Harmon is built more like a tank. Bennett is very athletic, but, I mean, I see Britt making that face down there. Britt, okay. It's going to be Ollison versus Bennett on the opening tip as we wrap up our Eagle Stop pregame show and starting lines. Britt, brighten it up just a smidge. And the opening tip is controlled by the Tigers of Smith Cotton. Smith Cotton in the home whites, Versailles in the road grays. It's a baseline drive floater tossed up, rattles out, won't go. Ollison's got the big board. Versailles looks to run. Walters, he drives baseline, wraparound pass to Timo on the opposite corner. Bertelli at the top of the key, good ball movement. Vansel's got a good look at a corner 3, and it did everything but go down. Ollison, the offensive board, couple pass fakes, or shot fakes, excuse me. He is stripped, and out on the run out is Smith Cotton all the way to the rack, and a shooting foul is going to be called.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be on Timo, I think.
Tiny bit down, Britt. Whoa, where'd we go? Okay, now we're back. Just a tiny bit. Britt, that's perfect right there. So to the COMC free throw line here in this Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action is Podorf. His first free throw is up and good. Second free throw on the way. It's off the iron, no good. Solid box out, and Walters has the board. So 1-0 the Smith Cotton lead, 30 seconds into this one. This 1-8 matchup, the 95th annual Eldon Tournament.
95 years, baby. That's a long time.
Ollison steps out with it, sets a screen as he gives it to Walters. A little pick and roll. Ollison inside, takes the contact. Reverse layup won't go, but he's going to head to the COMC free throw line for 2. I love that Ollison is being very aggressive early in this game, despite the size discrepancy against Smith Cotton.
Yeah, Harmon doesn't care. He's not going to care at all. And that was a nice little look by Ryan. I think they probably ran that a million times in middle school as well as a mid-mo travel league.
One of the best things about freshmen is sometimes this is going to come off bad. Sometimes what they don't know is their best benefit.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss is the first free throw rattles out. Like, you don't know enough to look across and go, man, that kid is 6'7" and athletic, and he should have me outmatched. Instead, it's like, I get to play basketball today. This is going to be fun.
I guarantee Harmon's played against kids like him before. He's not going back down.
Well, he hits the second and 2 free throws, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece a minute into this contest. Straight man defense from I say that. This is not man defense. It's a 2-3, but they really extend the point out.
Job.
What did they call?
They're going to call it on Joey. Man, I thought he got him.
Yeah, Bertelli going to get called for the blocking foul, and he's asking the official, hey, what was the issue there? I thought I got in place.
How much more prettier do you need it to be?
Joey tried to take the baseline away, but that will be the first foul on Bertelli, second team foul. On the inbounds corner, 3 left open, and splashed home. That one goes to Stasiuk. Boy, I'm Michael. The Smith Cotton Tigers go up, but a response once again from Ollison as he gets the layup on the left side to go and cuts it back to 1. 4-3, the Smith Cotton lead with the rock. On the right wing, they go to the corner. Going to the block, Ollison takes it away. Good help from Joey. Moving the ball around the outside. Smith Cotton trying to find a good look. The Tigers moving well defensively. Really trying to get a shoulder check in on Bennett whenever he cuts across the lane right now, making the big fella uncomfortable. With him just being a sophomore, you got to wonder if the Tigers maybe could be a little physical with him as the floater is flipped up by Stasiuk, and it draws nothing but the baseline.
Yeah, that was a great defensive series right there by the Tigers.
But I don't know if that's the Tigers just knowing to play defense that way, or if Coach Espy told him, if you watch every time Bennett flashes, somebody, and it's not a dirty play, but they're just kind of popping him with the shoulder a little bit, like, young man, you come through here, you're going to be physical.
They're letting them know that they're there.
Into the game, by the way, Albrecht, it's a turnover and a bucket quickly the other way for Pottorff. I gave that bucket to the wrong team, I just realized. And a strong take to the iron from Smith Cotton, and they've got a chance to add to their lead once again as they go up 8-3 with an and-one opportunity coming. As Stasiuk is trying to continue his impressive start, or was that? Yeah, that's Stasiuk at the COMC free throw line. And the free throw is good. So Smith Cotton with a 6-point lead, 9-3, 5:48 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first. Vansel ahead to Timo, and got him on the baseline. Tigers getting a little sloppy right now. I got to believe if they give up another bucket, Coach Espy may need to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, might need to talk about it.
On the floor for Versailles, it is Walters, Vansel, Albrecht, Ollison, and Timo. Smith Cotton working around the outside. They toss the backdoor lob, and the jam is missed. Ollison's got the board. Ahead to Vansel in the corner. Gives it to Harmon. Thought about the wing three. Instead, he'll drive, puts his head down, and didn't know where he was going. That's going to be a step too many and a turnover back to Smith Cotton. Tigers look a little out of control right now as Randy Taylor going to check in for Jacob Vansel, try to calm things down a little bit. The left wing. Flash high for Smith Cotton at the high post inside out to the top of the key. Over to that left wing. They go to the block to Bennett. Ollison there defensively, but a great feed from Bennett. He gets the cutting Stasiuk for another bucket, and just like that, it is an 8-point lead. Ollison looks to answer with a nice spin move on Bennett. Works around the big man, flips it up. The hook shot won't go, and Bennett's got the board. Smith Cotton could make this a double-digit lead with a bucket here. Wing three dialed up. Off the front iron, won't go. Bennett takes it away, and his putback is good. Smith Cotton leads 13-3. Walters in trouble in a trap, and a timeout going to be called by the Versailles bench. Versailles down 10 halfway through the first. We'll take the break with them. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Cold January days call for warm, home-style comfort, and you'll find it at Whittle's Pub and Grub in downtown Eldon. It's the final week to enjoy Whittle's January home-style menu, packed with the hearty, feel-good flavors that taste just like home. From classic comfort favorites to the friendly atmosphere you love, Whittle's is the perfect place to gather, unwind, and warm up this winter. On Maple Street in Eldon, great food, great drinks, and that hometown welcome every time. Whittle's Pub and Grub, where January comfort food feels just right.
A tough start to the first quarter. The Tigers looked good for about the first minute and a half, but Jason, some sloppy play over these last few minutes has really given Smith Cotton a nice run of things and a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I'd say Smith Cotton got a little bit of athleticism over there, a little bit of speed, and we're having a little trouble right now kind of figuring it out, but we'll be all right.
I don't necessarily think it's speed or anything that's beating the Tigers. I think offensively the Tigers keep trying to go one-on-one. And when they're moving the ball as a team, I think they're fine. But
our biggest games this year have come as a team. We have to play as a team because we're just not good enough in any one spot, one person to go against anybody.
A 1-2-1-1 press. They kind of changed that back end.
There we go.
Oh, nice little give and go. Leads Albrecht all the way to the iron. Braden gets the bucket. Tigers cut it back to 8.
We'll take that easy one.
Handled the press very well. 13-5 is the Smith Cotton lead in this opening round matchup of the 95th annual Eldon Tournament. Around the outside, good contest by Timo. 3 on the way, won't go. Nobody got a box out, but Albrecht comes up with the board. Braden gets to the middle of the floor, drops it off to Timo. Wing 3 on the way, off the back iron, wouldn't go. Oh, near steal by Walters, but it's knocked out of bounds and will stay with Smith Cotton. Is Joey Bertelli going to check into the game for Ryan? Baseline, mid-range pulled up. What happened with my OBS? Okay. And the block jumper. What did I just miss? Was there a technical?
I don't know. I looked down.
Technical foul on Smith Cotton. It's weird. I don't know. My OBS just randomly just kicked off. I may have to change my internet around later on. So the bucket is good for Smith Cotton. Was laid up and in. However, a technical after the play. And so Albrecht will shoot the technical free throws. Braden's first is good. Lead back at 9 with 3:44 remaining in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first. Braden makes the pair. So Versailles trails 15-7, and they'll get the ball back here. I'm a little confused. It was a player tech after a made bucket, so I don't know if it was a little taunting after the play or what happened.
I would think it would have to be something verbal that was said.
Inbounds is to Randy Taylor. They were trying to go back to Braden, but it's tipped and stolen. Smith Cotton on the run out. Attacking the rack. Strong take, won't go. Shot missed and rebound pulled in by Braden. Oh, it's poked loose and ran down by Taylor, who has to just throw it backwards. Ball still on the floor. Recovered by Smith Cotton, thrown ahead. Stasiuk pulls it out. They give it back to him in the corner. His 3 off the front iron won't go. Walters with the board looking to push. He fires ahead to Bertelli. Joey, a couple pass fakes. Hits the cutter, Ryan, and the layup is short. And then just I can't even think of the term for it. I was looking at just a frustration foul on Walters after the missed layup.
Yeah. Problem is usually when he gets frustrated on that first one, that second one comes quick.
Well, the problem is that is his second
yeah,
foul.
I would be looking to get him on the bench here.
Ryan has had some foul troubles throughout this season already. So 15-7, it's an 8-point Smith Cotton lead with the Rock. 3 minutes to go in the first. Working around the outside of this zone. They run a 2-post set. They'll flash one high, then dive him down. Left wing, they go high post, skip to the back side. Tigers moving well defensively. Deep wing 3's launched off the iron, won't go.
Good rebound.
Great box out and board Ollison. Braden. Walters will try the 3 and it won't go. Smith Cotton off the rebound, looks to run the floor. Nice team basketball all the way to the rack. Laying it in is Gladish. Lead back at 10. Ollison on his way to the rack is fouled, and I am glad the officials called it that way because they pointed and said they're going to give him the shot. He was almost unable to get the shot up because the player grabbed him on the arm, and I was afraid because of that they would call a foul on the floor, but good recognition by the officials.
Yeah, I'm glad it was a foul. I thought maybe somebody called that a jump ball, but...
No, the only tie-up was with the player in Ollison's arm.
Good luck holding him down.
First free throw rolls off the iron. Some subs coming into the game for the Tigers. Randy Taylor and Ryan Walters will check out for Jacob Vansel and Dalton Reza. And it looks like Timo's going to come in for Harmon after this free throw if it's made. And it is. Harmon cuts it back to a 9-point game with 2:21 to go in the first.
Harmon playing with a little bit of I think a dislocated thumb the other night. Caught one playing up at the gym.
He's one of those kids that he plays so hard, it seems like he's always got some ailment. But it's just because he only knows one speed, and it's 100 miles per hour.
Something's got to hurt for you to play good, I guess. To play at your best. Better than his nose.
Right wing 3 from Smith Cotton off the back iron won't go. Good box out and board Bertelli. Joey handles the pressure, races into the front court, tries to go coast to coast, and it's smoked off the backboard. Tigers are doing too much race down the floor and quick shot.
Everybody's trying to do too much.
And on the left wing, man, Joey persistent defensively, keeping it alive, stepping into a 3 and splashing it home. It's DeMarcus Sims with the 3, and 12 is the biggest lead of the game thus far for Smith Cotton. 1:30 to play in the first. Vansel gives it to Albrecht. Braden fires the 3 off the iron, wouldn't go. Smith Cotton trying to add to their lead. Working around the outside, wanting another 3 is DeMarcus Sims. It won't go. It's tipped. Saved by Smith Cotton. Drive to the basket, dish back out top of the key. 3 on the way, off the front iron, climbs the iron and falls. Inside out 3, good look for Smith Cotton. They've put 23 on the board in this first quarter, and there's still a minute to play. Vansel, nice pass to Bertelli with a head of steam to the rack. See, those are the quick shots you like.
Yeah, we got to get those, got to finish those easy ones, because I got a feeling we're not going to get much easy tonight.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not blown away by the Smith Cotton defense by any means. I think the Tigers, it's self-inflicted wounds right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of self-inflicted.
When you're playing hero ball, like your offense just doesn't move as well. First free throw is good for Joey.
No, we don't have one of those one-man take it over. Reese, Ryder, Kobe's. We don't have any of those. We have to play really good fundamental team basketball to be successful.
I don't think you're going to win a lot that way anyways. I think the team basketball is the better approach as Joey knocks down the pair and cuts it back to 13. Once again, 13 here in the first quarter is still not a crazy amount. You can come back from that. Tigers just got to start playing as a unit instead of individual. Round the outside to the left wing. A couple jab fakes from Sims. Goes to the top of the key to the right side. Quick passing from Smith Cotton. It's saved back, but picked off by Vansel. Versailles with it, down 13, 34 seconds to play. Braden, skip pass is picked off. Smith Cotton has it looking to run the other way. Sims controls it. Little hesitation. Off-balance shot won't go. Timo the board. 23 seconds left. Ahead to Bertelli. Joey takes the contact, flips it off the glass. I think Joey was anticipating the contact. Shot smoked off the backboard. Rebound controlled by Vansel. It's tied up. A jump ball will stay with Versailles. If I'm Versailles, I consider trying to hold for the last shot here.
I think, yeah, probably so.
Bertelli, the trigger man. Gets it into Timo on the block. Out to Vansel. Head and shoulder fake. Vansel drives, spins. He gets hung up on his hip. Picks it back up, needs help, and goes to Timo. 8 seconds to go. Reza, he's got space, fires a 3 top of the key. Rebound tipped by Bertelli, and the best thing that did is that goes out of bounds, wound the clock down to 2.7. So if I was Versailles, I'd pressure here, something to burn a little time. 2.7, plenty for Smith Cotton to get a look as they cross half court, pull a logo 3, halfway down and came back out.
Too close.
We've played one. Smith Cotton leads 23-10. Second quarter action coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Custom railing stairs that gleam. Awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985, they lead the game. Screen enclosures keep bugs at bay. Enjoy your summer every day. Family owned and local too. American Sun Control. Made for you.
Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track.
Boy, Britt just does it all.
She does.
Up here running the camera. She's delivering.
Did you see that sweet little picture I showed you the other day of her at 23 months old?
Back when she was like still nice.
She was.
I can't trash talk
Only
her
half as angry in that photo.
No, Britt's a sweetheart and a designated chef. Girl can
What's she do?
She makes bread with the best of them now.
Holy moly!
Let me tell you, that's going to be the best sourdough you've ever had. I had some of it already.
Sourdough bread.
Oh, it's delicious. Into the second quarter, Smith Cotton leads by 13 with the rock as we get things underway. They'll have this first possession. Straight man defense now from Versailles, mixing up the defense a little bit. Bennett steps out and gets it, gives it up. They try to dive him. A little miscommunication, but the Tiebreakers able to get back. Yes, Britt, I know. They're the Tigers, not the Tigers. On the drive, Ollison, good defense, taking it away. Off-balance shot, flipped off the glass and goes for Pottorff. Sometimes, you can do everything right and the offense still finds a way. Handling the press, it's a skip ahead to Albrecht. He attacks on the left side, takes the contact, drops it off to Ollison, who gets the bucket. I'm going to learn to talk eventually.
It's been a long break, it feels like to me. I don't know. It's just
been too cold.
Sitting around in the house doing nothing is kind of hurt me here.
25-12 is the Smith Cotton lead. Tigers trying to get a little momentum here. I guess I got to say Versailles, not just Tigers. Mid-range jumper pulled up. I'm telling you right now, they need to figure out where Stasiuk is because he gets another bucket to go and increases the lead back to 15. That's an over and back call. As it was thrown ahead to Timo, he tried to flip it to Walters, and Ryan had not established himself in the front court yet.
Just lots of little errors tonight. These are the things the number 8 cannot do against the number 1.
Both these teams will be back in action tomorrow night. We'll look at the bracket at halftime and get you times and details. It's that same backdoor lob play again, and this one results in a layup for Dax Whisker. It's 29-12. Versailles is in the danger zone right now as they find themselves down 17. Ollison drops it off to Walters. Ryan on the attack, tried to skip it. It's tipped out of bounds and will stay with Versailles. Vansel, the trigger man, tosses it into Ryan on the logo. Versailles going to set up their offense here. Straight man defense from Smith Cotton. Ollison, head and shoulder fake out on the wing, goes back to Timo. It's reversed over to Walters. Versailles trying to cut into this lead. Vansel gets it in the corner. Up to Braden. Braden looks to drive, makes space, turns around, kisses it off the glass, and it rolls home. A nice patient take from Braden, and he got a good look. I think sometimes Braden forgets how tall he is. If he can get inside and use that wingspan, his offense can really cook. Right wing three for Smith Cotton, dialed up. Off the iron, won't go. Bennett takes it away. Ollison ties it up. They're still going to let him keep playing. Now it's on the floor. Smith Cotton able to recover it just before half court. Back the other way, left open corner. Three off the front iron, won't go, and Walters secures this rebound. But there is a child on the floor. And he's gone as he clears the doorway. That is the first stoppage of play I have ever seen for a child.
I know what would happen. You know who the parent was if that was me. I'd have been getting my butt whooped.
The kid never batted an eye either. He just hit the court.
Does he know there's a game going on?
Oh, he has no idea. Whistles were blowing. He was just having a great time.
Oh, mercy.
I don't know which team he was playing for, but you're only allowed 5 guys on the court. He was a Tiger. We know that much. Braden handles the press, jump stop onto the block, and they call him for a travel.
I saw it. I think it was a good call. It got a little extra hop in there.
And a full timeout going to be called by Smith Cotton. They lead by 15 with 5:24 to go. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Does your heat run not stop during the winter months? Sounds like an insulation problem. Better call LRC Insulation. Are you building a new home or shop? Let their highly trained and certified techs come help you save money for the life of your home. LRC Insulation is the only company in the Lake and Mid-Missouri area that is backed up and certified by Owens Corning as an insulation contractor. From attic reblows, crawl space encapsulation, new construction, retrofits, spray foam, there's no project that LRC cannot do. Call for your free inspection today at 573-723-4589.
As a new year rolls in, it's time for everyone's favorite thing, taxes. Okay, while it may not be our favorite thing, it's something we have to do. Jason Blankenship, CPA LLC, is here to take the stress out of tax time. Whether it's W-2 and 1099 filing or business and individual taxes, the staff at Jason Blankenship CPA LLC is here to help with all your payroll, accounting, and tax needs. Give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop in and fee up at 401 East North Street in Elton.
Little pick and roll action from Smith Cotton gives them another bucket out of the timeout. They lead 31-14. Versailles misses the layup. Smith Cotton with the board, looking to add to their 17-point lead. Euro shot was blocked, but a foul going to be called on Albrecht. And that is going to send Maxwell Lyles to the free throw line for two, the COMC free throw line. Jason, I'm very excited because coming up tonight at 8:30, I think we're going to have a heavyweight bout as Eldon comes in riding a 6-game win streak to take on the Eagles of Eugene, coming off a state title last year.
Yeah.
Those are two teams that I got to believe, as close as they are, have a little history between them as well.
Oh, you think so? Just a few miles between them on the road here? Yeah, I'm excited about it. I haven't seen Eldon play, I think, since Stover Tournament. I think it's the last time I got to work a game with them.
Let me tell you.
I'm excited for them, man.
They haven't lost since you last saw them.
Yeah,
so
that's a good challenge, and they've got to be playing great team ball. Very happy for Coach Caudell and all those boys, man. But I'm looking forward to that one.
Both free throws were good for Smith Cotton, but a turnover on the press from Versailles gives the ball right back to Smith Cotton, who has a 19-point lead. They inbounds to Bennett on the block. His turnaround jumper won't go. Ollison's got the board. 4:35 to play in the second quarter of this Martin Metal broadcast. Braden races into the front court, drives to the short corner, drops it off to Harmon. Wing 3 dialed up, and a foul on the shot as Bennett got a piece of Ollison. So Big Harmon going to go to the COMC free throw line for a pair.
You think
for three?
You think Harmon got knocked down?
He would not sell it.
Big Harmon got to lay down. Yeah,
somebody
needs to go out there and give him that big gold statue, the Oscar.
I
love it though.
He is a thespian at heart.
Funny how he just went down nice and easy there.
Look at that kid. He looks like he'd be easy to push over.
Yeah, I've shoulder checked him in the hall a few times and paid the price for it.
The kid who puts creatine on his cereal.
Yeah.
Bench presses a Buick.
Yeah, he's benching almost 300 as a freshman. That little touch foul on the wrist knocked him almost into the Smith Cotton bench.
Well, he hit the first two free throws and a chance to go 3 for 3 from the COMC free throw line. And, Harmon says, ball don't lie, guys. I made all three. I must have got fouled hard.
Yeah.
Lead back at 16. If Versailles could somehow cut this to a single-digit game by halftime, you'd feel really good about things. Boy, Bennett with a screen that'll rattle your teeth. The 3 won't go. Offensive rebound kept alive. Ollison with the contest, but it's a foul, and Dax Whisker has a 3-point opportunity of his own.
We got to do a better job on the boards, too. We are not really boxing out. These kids are tall. You got to get a body on them.
I mean, Smith Cotton's playing good team basketball as well. They rebound hard. They move the rock well. As Whisker converts the 3-point opportunity. So the lead back at 19, 36-17. Taylor to Bertelli. They break the press ahead to Reza. He'll line up a wing 3. It's short. Ollison, the offensive board, puts it in. Big Harmon's into double digits now. 4 minutes remaining in this second quarter of action. Lead at 17. Back to that pick and roll is Smith Cotton. Ollison takes it away on the block. It's dished back out. Stasiuk's going to reset out on the right wing. Bennett sets the screen. Good defense by Albrecht. He held his ground. Ball knocked loose. Braden picks it up, wants to run. Braden, Euro, dishes out to Taylor. A shot fake. Randy drives baseline, gets in there, and a shot was blocked by Bennett. Being 6'7" has its perks.
Helps, doesn't it?
And Ollison going to get called for a reach-in foul at half court, and that's his second. So Ollison, Albrecht, and Randy Taylor will go to the bench. On the court for Versailles, Joey Bertelli, Ryan Walters, Jacob Vansel, Big Timo, and Dalton Reza.
Timo, not Timu. Timo.
Yes, he's not Timu tonight.
Don't think
he is
about
Timo.
it. Don't think about it.
Thanks for putting that out there.
I was thinking about you the other day because I almost ordered air fryer liners. I actually looked them up, and you're right. They look like something I need to have.
They're handy. I enjoy them. Smith Cotton with the rock. Straight man from Versailles. Little hesitation. Lane opened up, and taking it all the way to the rack is Lyles. Cannot give up a lane like that. A foul on the fast break, though, is going to go against Lyles as he was reaching on Walters.
A lot of layups for the Smith Cotton team tonight.
Yeah, everybody on the floor for Smith Cotton has at least one bucket.
In half-court offense at that, not even on transition, just half-court offense.
Lead is at 19. Ryan with the rock. Gives it to Joey out on the left wing. They go to Vansel now out on the right wing. He hits a player on the Smith Cotton bench. That kid was not ready for that. That poor kid sitting there at the end of the bench just kind of took that off the side of the face.
You got to be paying attention at all times.
So a turnover back to Smith Cotton. Randy Taylor comes back in for Jacob Vansel.
Trying to figure out where Jacob was throwing that.
Maybe the kid said something. I don't know.
I don't know.
2:45 to play in this first half. It's all Smith Cotton as they have doubled up Versailles 38-19. Around the outside, down screen set Smith Cotton. Oh, nice feed inside. Shot forced up and in. That bucket goes to Andrew Berry. Smith Cotton's put 40 on the board in the first half. And another turnover for the Tigers as this one's thrown into the front row, but on the opposite side this time. So Versailles trying to balance it out.
Yeah, we want Kel Dawson over there in the crowd to have to be on heads up. He about took one to the face. Or the girl eating popcorn. We're coming for you.
It's a souvenir ball. Oh, they're going to say that was tipped. Okay, that was tipped, so it stays with the Tigers. Albrecht on the attack, hesitation, and the hand check foul is going to be called. Just team foul number 3 on Smith Cotton with 2:20 to go in the half. Versailles down by 21.
This is the legendary Quinn Randall up there in the green shirt and the bleachers. We get him down here and get a couple charges.
He could probably draw him from up there.
That dude, unbelievable at it.
You got to be careful. You walk past him in the hallway, he just hits the ground. You hear a whistle out of nowhere. It's
They'll
crazy.
be shooting free throws while you're standing there trying to figure out what just happened.
Walters is the trigger man on the inbounds. They get it to Joey, and he's fouled. He'll be going to the COMC free throw line for 2. I like how this ref calls fouls. He was very emphatic with his hand displays.
Emphatic, very much so.
So Joey to the COMC free throw line, trying to get this back under 20. First one is short. So once again, after this, going to be a fun battle as it is Fatima and Boonville. We're going to see some 6'7" kids running around.
Mm-hmm.
Joey's second free throw is long, so 0 of 2 from the charity stripe, and the lead stays at 21. I know that kid from Boonville had a 30-piece the other night against Hallsville, and I think Boonville beat Hallsville, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah,
Hallsville's
that's what I
very
heard
good
today.
this year.
Yeah.
High post, trying to get inside, ball stripped. Joey dives on it and gives it to Timo. So Tiger defense forces the turnover. What can they do with it? Braden all the way to the rack, kisses it off the glass and in. You see little signs that Versailles can play with Smith Cotton. They've just made a lot of mistakes.
Not much consistency.
On the left wing, top of the key. Smith Cotton, they just patiently work it around the outside as they flash somebody side to side on the baseline and then run that high post as well. Just trying to free up their shooters. Inside the mid-range, it's taken away, but I don't understand. The Tiger defense contests and then backs off and gives a lane. That one for Gladish as he gets the bucket.
Yeah, it's just all easy shots around the rim for Smith Cotton tonight. We're not really making it difficult on them at all.
42-21 with 1:12 to play in the first half. Albrecht uses the Ollison screen, skips it over to Walters. He turns, drives inside, splits the defense, but it's stripped out of bounds and will stay with Versailles. Reza going to check in for Timo. Walters tosses it into Joey. He goes back to Ryan. Ryan's little baby hook's up and good. 42-23. Can the Tigers make a little push here late to cut into this? Smith Cotton on the right wing. Over to the left wing. 3 lined up off the back iron. Shot was missed. The offensive rebound given up. It's blocked off the glass by Walters, but another offensive board. A tie-up, but it's kept alive. Kicked out to the top of the key. They'll try another left wing 3. That one off the iron. Another offensive board given up. Smith Cotton getting multiple looks, so they'll try another 3 from the top of the key off the iron again, and Versailles corrals this one. 20 seconds remaining in the half. It's ahead to Albrecht. He's pressured. Splits the defense, tried to drop it off to Ollison, but Barry able to tip it out of bounds from Smith Cotton, so it will stay with Versailles. With 13.5 remaining in the half and a 19-point lead for Smith Cotton. It's lobbed into Bertelli at the high post. He fires it into Albrecht. Braden's shot comes off the iron. 5 seconds, plenty of time for Smith Cotton as they run the floor. Shot is good, and a blocking foul going to go on Joey Bertelli, so a three-point opportunity here to end the first half for the Tigers of Smith Cotton.
Ain't much to say about that one.
Reza and Bertelli will come out of the game. 2.7 remaining. So once again, Andrew Berry going to try to convert the three-point play from the COMC free throw line, and it's off the front iron, no good. Ollison gives it to Vansel. Half court heave just off the front iron. We played one, and it's all Smith Cotton. They lead 44-23. Your Ivy halftime show is coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Building strong foundations starts with the right team. Trust the name that stands for quality, honesty, and value. Ahart Enterprises Construction and Concrete. From expert concrete work to full construction projects, Ahart Enterprises delivers craftsmanship you can count on and service you can trust. No shortcuts, no surprises. Just solid results built to last. For your next construction or concrete project, call Jason Ahart today at 573-216-9406. That's 573-216-9406. Ahart Enterprises Construction and Concrete.
Furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds. That's what you'll find at Eldon Furniture.
2026 is here. Eldon Furniture has a great lineup of merchandise and special pricing in all our departments.
Big savings on furniture. Great deals on flooring. Comfy prices on bedding.
Special savings on blinds. Our resolution is
To make you feel comfortable.
in a room that's affordable.
Eldon Furniture.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
Looking for a ride that won't wreck your wallet? Head to GT Brothers Automotive in Eldon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Yep, no hidden fees, no nonsense. Just great vehicles, incredible prices, and hometown service that keeps you rolling long after the sale. They've got a huge selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, and bank and credit union rates starting below 5% with approved credit. The deal just gets sweeter. So swing by GT Brothers Automotive on Business Highway 54 South in Eldon, or call 573-557-2200. Where buying your next ride is actually fun. Back with our Hy-Vee halftime show, as we got Boonville and Fatima, warming up out here right now in the half as they play the next game on deck here this evening in the opening round of the 95th annual Eldon Tournament. But in this first matchup, the 1-8, Smith Cotton showing why they are the 1 seed as they lead by 21. It's 44-23. Jason, Versailles has looked a little discombobulated here in this first half.
That's one word for it. There's probably a lot of other ones too, but yeah, they just haven't looked like they have in the last few weeks. And there's a lot of things that kind of trouble me about it. One is just body language. Honestly, from the get-go of this game, I don't feel like we really came out looking all that inspired. A little angry about an 8 seed with a little something to prove because we've been playing pretty good here in the last couple of weeks. And I don't know. Nothing's really going our way. We're just making a lot of mental errors. So hopefully in the second half we can try to build on something and try to do a little better.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments coaches Espinoza, Pryor, and Williams make in the locker room. And I know I mentioned it before, but a reminder coming up this evening at 8:30, the Eldon Mustangs take on Eugene, and I'm excited for it. I love watching Eugene play. few times I've got to see him. I mean, they've got Wunderlich at the guard. He is an outstanding player. I mean, if you have the last name Wunderlich and you've played in Eugene, you've been good at basketball. Yeah. Of course, 6'8" on the block, Mr. Deerhoff. He is always an impact player when you get him down low. It's just a very talented squad for Eugene. But the flip side of that is this is not the Eldon Mustangs of old. This is a program right now as Britton Ahart has been playing out of his mind. Cody Tam has proven, hey, I'm a 22-point-per-game caliber scorer, and you're not going to prove otherwise. Now, I mean, when we saw them on Friday night, Jason, and the Eldon Mustangs played the Fatima Comets at Fatima. First off, you know as well as I do, going to Fatima.
That's a hard place to win.
It is on a cold night. The whole town was there. They've got a new gym, by the way. It's fairly nice. And it was a little drafty, but it was a nice gym nonetheless. But Eldon not only handled all that, Britton didn't get a play. I mean, Britton, we've got Britt mic'd up right now. Britt, is it safe to say that Britton probably played less than half the game?
Definitely. I don't know, would it even amount to a quarter?
I would say probably a quarter he was on the court. That's probably a fair amount. So without Britton,
that's pretty good.
Cody was in foul trouble in the first half early, and so the Mustangs started looking elsewhere. I mean, Cody, don't get me wrong. Cody was the player of the game. He had 20-something points. But you get kids. Oh, also, they were missing their sixth man in Zach Hull, who was out sick.
And he's chipped in a lot here this year.
Absolutely he has. So instead, the Mustang defense was smothering. I believe at one point we went 5 minutes and a quarter without a bucket either way. And then when it was time for big shots, they turned to exactly who you would expect in, I almost said Jackson Bennett. No, that is right, Jackson Bennett. Yeah, they turned to the sophomore off the bench who hit not one, not two, but three massive threes in the fourth quarter.
All back-to-back.
Huge minutes out there from guys like Cale Hammond, who, I mean, this is not an exaggeration. Cale Hammond played more in that game than Britton Ahart did. And it was crazy. The Eldon was running 8 and 9 deep and not missing a step. Those kids are so locked in. And when the game got tight late, there was a couple very questionable whistles that you thought were going to deflate the momentum. One that I've never seen before. Rhett Bayshore goes to the free throw line to finish a three-point opportunity, pulls the shot. It's about to go down. He sees it's going and turns and runs back down the floor. You hear a whistle that said, oh, no, when he jumped to run down the floor, his foot hit the line. And it's like, I've never seen that called. But things like that you thought would take momentum. And Eldon still persevered and won that game.
Well, that shows they're getting more mentally tough. And there's more kids stepping up, which means you have a real team.
Yeah.
You have a true team whenever your studs can take time off and you know not get hurt by it. That's an Eldon team that's coming together right there.
Also an Eldon team that has their longest winning streak in over a decade, that has their first 10-win season in over a decade. And it's 10 wins at the Eldon tournament time. There is no reason that Eldon can't say, hey, 10 wins is cool. 15 would be even cooler. I mean, you're 10-5, and they are in a very tough district.
You don't want to sleep on them.
Oh, no. I mean, 10-5 right now, they're fourth in their district. But when you're in a district that also features the Osage Indians, who have been very good, the Blair Oaks Falcons, who are a top-notch program in the state right now. I mean, it's essentially the Tri-County Conference. I think Southern Boone is in that district as well. It's going to be tough. But I really think Eldon and Eugene, especially with it being on Eldon's home court.
Well, this is their tournament. This is their pride. It has been for 95 years. I'm going to tell you what, man, if Eugene thinks Eldon's just going to come in here and lay down for them, they're wrong. I think this Eldon team's learned how to fight. They've learned how to finish games and just do a lot of things we haven't seen in a lot of years. So I think it's going to be a dogfight.
And plus amplify it with, I'd be willing to bet there's going to be a good crowd represented from both squads.
It's going to be it's going to be big crowds, and you know when they're this close, man, you might get to see a little fireworks. You never know, because I think that Eldon they're going to stand up.
It's going to be a fun one, but we'll have that one for you tonight. We're saying 8:30. It's a tournament, so you never know how the games are going to flow or what's going to happen. I will pull up real quick. Wrong one. I will pull up real quick the 95th Annual Eldon Invitational Basketball Tournament bracket here, just to take a look. And it's looking like the winner of this game will go on to play tomorrow at 8:30, and they'll get the winner of Boonville versus Fatima. Now, the loser of this game will play tomorrow night right here at 4 o'clock against the loser of Boonville and Fatima. So it's not going to be a cakewalk whether you win or lose.
No, there's nothing easy in this tournament.
And then with that Eldon-Eugene game we've got tonight, the winner will play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and the loser will play Saturday at 5:30. Now, depending on what the matchups are, I don't know who we're going to be broadcasting just yet. We'll have to figure that out based on who plays who. Also, a special reminder as our opening round game of Osage versus Camdenton, that gets underway at 7. You can hear that on our sister station, Cool 102.7, and you can watch it right here at MoSportsZone.com. It's Hy-Vee halftime show. Smith Cotton leads Versailles 44-23. We'll come back with third quarter action. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Now hiring in Tipton, Martin Energy Group is hiring welders, general laborers, and electricians to help build energy solutions that power communities across the country. If you take pride in building something that matters, they want to hear from you. They offer competitive pay, solid benefits, and opportunities to grow your career. Apply today at martinenergygroup.com/careers. Again, that's martinenergygroup.com/careers. Or stop by their office to fill out an application. Martin Energy Group, Highway 50 in Tipton. Jobs for Missouri, energy for the world.
With a Citizens Bank debit card, you'll never have to wonder if your check will be accepted. Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. You can use your card anywhere MasterCard debit card is accepted. To make purchases at your favorite merchant, get cash in an ATM, or to make a purchase online. Your purchases will be deducted from your checking account and will appear on your monthly statement. Ask for an application. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
Versailles with the first possession. Ollison gets to the rack, but the layup won't fall. Smith Cotton back the other way. Wing 3 dialed up and splashed home. The lead is at 24. Running the floor, though, Ollison gets it back, and his shot blocked off the glass by Bennett. Smith Cotton has been rather dominant in this one, and they're going to get another lay-in at the rim. It won't go. Vansel has the board. Versailles has got to rebound better.
Oh, man. It's killing them right now.
Bertelli being pressured. Straight man defense being played by Smith Cotton. Out at the volleyball line, a little reach. Joey turns the corner, picks it up, needs help.
We just got a lot of standing around. Versailles got to move.
Yeah. Walters goes back to Joey and tried to fire it to Ollison. Ollison didn't know it was coming. It went through his hands, and I think it caught Bennett in the face. And running the floor, two Tigers take each other out. As a layup is good for Smith Cotton. More importantly, hope the Versailles kids are all right. As looks like Ryan a little shook up. That was a tough one. I think somebody zigged when the other zagged, and they didn't see each other. And that is the last thing you want to see ever is a kid shook up in a game. So I think Ryan just that's one of those where the floor comes up to meet you a lot quicker than you expect.
Yeah, I think he got a little stinger on his hip there.
Yeah, but he's up talking to Coach Espinoza,
right.
So it's good to see that he's all right.
What is troubling, though, is we came out after, I'm going to guess, a pretty livid halftime speech to have one look and watch Smith Cotton go down the floor for easy layups again.
Well, Versailles is going to talk it over in a timeout after Walters was a little shook up anyways. We'll take a quick break with him. It's 49-23. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Got a savings account for car problems you didn't see coming? Who does? Thankfully, Big O Tires has you covered with Big O Financing. So if you need tires, brakes, or any other type of maintenance, your locally owned Big O Tires can help. And if that's not easy enough, you can schedule your appointment right now at BigOTires.com. Easy financing, easy appointments. Big O Tires, always working hard to cover you and your vehicle's blind spot. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Schedule an appointment now at BigOTires.com.
I'm giving automotive tips up here, too. You think I'm kidding? When I got the truck from
T-Mo
Indiana,
tips on how to work on your car.
there was a full-fledged hole in that valve cover. I got some screen off of a window and some high-temp JB weld, and was like, that'll work.
I think that's how they actually fix it in NASCAR. I think that's won lots of championships.
I learned it from Jeff Gordon, okay? Tigers handle the press. Versailles into the front court. Timo in the corner. He's being pressured. Has to lob it up for Vansel. How Jacob got that, I don't know. He tries to feed it back to Timo on the backdoor cut, but it's kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Smith Cotton. Man, I didn't know if Bennett was legitimately 6'7", but I just watched Braden walk past him.
Yeah, he's
a big kid.
He's a big kid.
There's a lot of height in this Eldon tournament this year. Bertelli at the free throw line. Goes over to Ollison. Jab steps from the right wing. Skips it to Versailles. Versailles' spacing looks a little odd right now.
We are just mentally, something's off here.
Little pick and roll. Albrecht keeps it. Tries to split the defense. A scoop shot won't climb the iron. And the rebound is controlled by Smith Cotton. Straight man defense from Versailles. Bennett comes up and sets a screen. Pick and roll action again. Mid-range jumpers pulled up off the front iron. Bennett, the board, dishes it back out to the wing. Smith Cotton going to get another look at this. On the left side is Whisker, but it's underneath, laid up and in. Dax Whisker takes it to the rack. It's 51-23. Smith Cotton in full control of this opening round matchup. Oh, nice cut. Vansel gets it from Ollison and lays it in. Good movement off ball by Jacob Vansel and a nice find from Harmon Ollison. Too much space. Wing three for Smith Cotton. He goes halfway down, but another offensive board given up. Corner three dialed up. This one is hit.
Rebounds are absolutely killing us right now.
I would love to know the rebound numbers side by side.
There is no boxing out going on.
And a turnover picked up by Smith Cotton. They lead by 29 on the run-out. Shot is blocked by Albrecht. Recovered by Ollison. He gives it up to Timo. Vansel in the corner. He tries to drive, working against Bennett. Takes the contact and flips it in. That was a tough take from Jacob Vansel. I don't know how he got to go over the 6'7" defender, but he did.
Yeah, we'll take it.
And a timeout called by Smith Cotton. No, by Versailles. Just a 30, so we'll hold it here. 54-27, so barring a impressive run, it's looking like Versailles will be playing tomorrow at 4 o'clock against either Boonville or Fatima. The Tigers saw the Comets earlier this year, first game of the season at home, and that one was a dogfight all the way to the end.
It was.
Fatima pulled it out by just a few points. The Tigers and Boonville no longer in the same conference, so I don't know if they have each other on the schedule or not, but we saw Boonville up at Boonville with Eldon, and boy, their wingspan really clogs up a lot.
Yeah, they're long and lengthy and can cause you some problems on defense. But, I got a pretty good freshman up there.
Yeah, he's it turns out if Mizzou offers you, you're probably good at basketball.
Yeah, it's not Missouri State by any means, but
I'm telling you right now, if they think this kid is a problem, you better try to get him while you can, because you can see he's doing the things right now that when he's a sophomore or a junior, you're not going to stop him. And speaking of not stopping him, all the way to the rack is Stasiuk for another lay-in.
A lot of layups for Smith Cotton.
29-point lead for Smith Cotton. Pressuring Bertelli. He picks it up on the wing. Gives it to Albrecht. Braden makes some space. Goes right back to Bertelli. 4:30 to play in the American Sun Control. Third quarter of action.
There's just no movement. We got to get moving.
Albrecht. Ollison came to set the screen. Albrecht tried to drive. Lost it off his knee, out of bounds. Ball back to Smith Cotton. Randy Taylor and Dalton Reza will come in for Jacob Vansel and Timo. So Smith Cotton brings it up the floor. Tigers just going to sit back in the half court, no full court pressure. I don't really know that they could pressure Smith Cotton anyways with the size disadvantage, the athleticism, but still, little pick and roll. Bennett at the top of the key. Goes to the left wing, sets the screen, rolls down, frees up space. The three is launched. The three is hit. Knocked down by DeMarcus Sims. Lead is at 32. Reza, nice find to Ollison underneath. Uses a couple shot fakes. It was tied up, and he tried to force it up through the contact. Wouldn't go. Smith Cotton on the run out. Has to save it blindly on the baseline. He does. Finds a cutting teammate. Shot won't go. Smith Cotton keeps it alive. it. Slams it home with two hands for good measure. You know how cool it's got to feel to be 6'7" and flat-footed, jump up and cram one with two hands?
Yeah, just everything on it, too.
Oh, nice find. Allison gets Bertelli on the back cut, but it comes up short. It's a 34-point lead, 61-27. Smith Cotton in full control. Baseline drive, floated up and in.
We're asleep on defense, man.
Trying to handle this Smith Cotton pressure is Bertelli. Randy Taylor leaks out with it. Goes to attack. Nice feed at the last moment to Allison. It's stripped loose. Reza has it. His legs get cut from underneath. That's going to be a foul on Smith Cotton.
Tigers got a lot to clean up to get ready for this next round.
Timo going to check into the game for Allison. (63-27). I did not see this game getting this out of control.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why it is.
Reza on the wing, goes to Albrecht. He'll dial up a wing three off the iron, off the backboard, and drops. A little full court pressure now, just full court man being applied by Versailles. Smith Cotton able to break it down using Gladish. Double team comes, and it's stripped and stolen. Albrecht has it on the run out, and he tries to dunk it, and it comes out of the iron. Bertelli's putback won't go either. Wing three on the other end for Smith Cotton is splashed home. That was a summary of the basketball game in two plays.
Yes, it was.
Albrecht, middle of the floor, tries to go strong to the rack. He's fouled, count it. 3-point opportunity for Braden Albrecht. Nice left-handed layup, and now he'll go to the line, COMC free throw line for a 3-point opportunity. Free throw off the back iron, rattles and will not fall. So Smith Cotton with the board and a 34-point lead. And on the left wing is Sims. Little pick and roll, flips it to the block. Good double team by Versailles. Smith Cotton works around the outside, drives, drops it off. Spin on the block. Left hook forced up and falls. I would like to know Smith Cotton's field goal percentage.
80.
That might be a low guess.
I was going to say, I'm being a little conservative.
Bertelli to Reza in the corner. He drives baseline, and it's picked off by Smith Cotton. Cotton looks to run, picks up at the high post. Wing three left open, shot off the back iron, won't go. Timo tips it. Fight for the board, and Dalton Reza comes away with it. Gives it up to Ben Peck. Peck at the high post, dishes it out to Reza. Reza's three on the way, and good. Sims brings it up the floor for Smith Cotton as we close in on a minute to go in the American Sun-controlled third quarter of action here in our Martin Metal broadcast. Inside, shot partially blocked by Vansel, and the rebound controlled by Reza. Albrecht brings it up the floor. Braden bumped off ball, still tries to drive, and a travel is called. So ball back to Smith Cotton with 50 seconds remaining. (68-35). Smith Cotton, they love using that pick and roll. A Euro around the defense and another right hand off the glass and good. They put 70 up. They have doubled up the Tigers 70-35, and we've still got a quarter to play. It's going to take about 8 minutes, though. Timo, he'll try a wing three. High archer won't go. Rebound Smith Cotton. Smith Cotton wants to run with it all the way to the rack. They got Braden for the foul, and Pottorff will go to the COMC free throw line for two. A little confusion. They'll reset this free throw. Podorf's first free throw rattles around, nearly takes out the ref. I think he misjudged that bounce a little bit. Second free throw. Man, you hear that
rim? What is
rim?
going on, man?
That thing, you can hear it clang from up here. And neither free throw falls. Ryan Walters, good to see him back in the game. He took a tough fall earlier, and he gets the floater to go.
Nice little shot.
Yeah, just glad to see that Ryan's okay. Smith Cotton with the rock. 3 seconds to go. Drive, long stride, shot forced up in the lane, won't go. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. It's 70-37. Smith Cotton in control. When we come back, you're listening to KS95 Sports.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant invites you to join them for a casual lunch or a nice family dinner out with delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Grab dinner tonight from one of their 3 locations: Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles, Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover, or on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletes.
As we jump into our Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action, Versailles trying to build some momentum, as it's looking like they are going to be moving on to the consolation side of the 95th annual Eldon Tournament bracket, where they will face the loser of Boonville and Fatima. So either way, you got a tough test on the other side of this thing.
Yeah, this thing is tough top to bottom.
Yeah, great job by Steve Henderson setting this tournament up. By the way, you're listening to this broadcast on KTKS Versailles Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, and online lakeradio.com and streaming at MoSportsZone.com. I'm Colton Taylor, Coach Jason Vansel with us, and we got Britt on the camera, and of course, the one and only Paige Miller back at the studio engineering this contest. 3 won't go for Smith Cotton. Versailles back the other way. Walters drives, dishes it off to Joey. Shot fake to get the big man in the air, and Joey's shot just came off the iron.
You just got to take it up. Don't worry about getting blocked.
Smith Cotton tried to go to the corner. Bertelli rallies and tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, whoever comes out of this tournament with first place, you would have to think that's got to go a long way of making you district.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smith Cotton inbounds under their own basket. Wing 3 dialed up. Wing 3 is hit. Another one for Stasiuk. He's up to 15 on the evening. Albrecht dishes to the corner, raises 3, is blocked. Smith Cotton wants to run. Strong to the rack, shot won't go. Bennett follows it. His putback won't go. He gets another board, gives it up to Stasiuk. Mid-range jumper pulled up, rattles. It falls off, and Vansel has the board. Versailles with it as Braden gets to the middle of the floor. Tried to find the corner, but he finds Smith Cotton. Smith Cotton on the run out. Reverse layup won't go. Vansel going to be called for the foul. I've said this before, and I will say this again. I'm not saying this in a dirty form. What I like there, Vansel fouled the kid, but he didn't let him get the shot up. If you're going to foul somebody, don't hurt him or anything, but don't give a little soft love pat on his way up. No, get your whole hand on that ball and make sure he doesn't get the shot off. I know what you should do. You should teach a class on fouling, how to properly foul somebody on a shot.
I didn't really care how it looked. I just wanted somebody to hit the floor.
It's just Jason with a shovel.
There was a
there.
reason. Yeah. Whatever.
It's like, how did he get in the gym with that thing? Both COMC free throws good for Smith Cotton at 75-37. Randy Taylor races into the front court with it. Being pressured, he goes to Ollison. Ollison working on Bennett. And a hand check foul going to be called on Jaquise Bennett. It's kind of a unique name. Jaquise Bennett. Kid's an athlete, I know that much.
Yeah.
Randy Taylor tried to go up with it underneath, but Bennett got a piece of it. Smith Cotton has the board. They look to run with it all the way to the rack, and the lay-in is good. That one goes to Gladish.
Another layup.
Smith Cotton has put 77 on the board. They lead by 40. Allison in a bit of trouble. Espinoza will call the timeout.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a little surprised they still have him in there.
Yeah, I kind of am too. It's a full timeout. I have a feeling we probably won't see them much longer. I will say this about Smith Cotton. If you look at everyone standing up has played in this game. They've ran about a 10-man rotation. So, I mean, I don't know how much this is trying to run it up or anything, as much as they've been running 5 and then subbing a new 5 in. I think we'll see those guys. I mean, we see some checking in right now, obviously, but they're going to be kids that have played and scored in this game already.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to fault a program if you're at a point where you can run 10 deep. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you.
No, I mean, that's awesome. I would want my 5 probably chilling just because of what this tournament is moving forward for them. Man, you're going to be, there's going to be some dogfights coming in your future.
And that is the case, as Smith Cotton will go to their second 5 now. Versailles with some substitutions as well, as it looks like Rowan Allen has checked into the game for the first time. He gets it, pulls up the mid-range jumper, and banks it in. Smith Cotton with the rock. Tigers and straight man. Ben Peck has also checked into the game. Sims launches the 3, won't go, but the offensive rebound given up. A second offensive rebound. Third offensive rebound, and a foul is drawn on that one.
Tigers got to clean this up before our next game. Doesn't really matter if somebody's taller than you. If you get your body on them and drive them back, that'll at least put you in a spot where it's going to be an over-the-back foul on them.
You know,
we're just not even getting a body on people.
You remember a lot of things from talented players as the first free throw rattles in. One of the things I remember from the Kobe Williams era was they played in districts against Blair Oaks with the Northweather brothers.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember Kobe drawing an over-the-back foul because he had one of the Northweather boys pinned, and they reached all the way across him, and it was like, Kobe's out here at 5'10", boxing out this 6'11".
And that's all you
kid.
got to do is just that. That's all rebounding is. You don't have to be tall to be a good rebounder.
Oh, no, not at all. Ask Charles Barkley.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what Barkley was. 6'6", 6'7"?
Well, he was 6'9" around was the thing about him.
Well, the round mound of rebound.
The round mound of rebound.
Yeah, he may have been 6'7", but still.
I think he was like 6'5".
I think he was taller than that.
They always said that they had him higher. He was always taller. They had him in programs taller than what his actual height was.
Well, now I'm curious.
I think he was always overlisted from his true actual height.
They say he's 6'6". But, I mean, that's insane. 6'6" is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's height.
Yeah.
And neither one of them were ever averaging 12 rebounds a game. No. So, and mind you,
Chuck knew how to use the body.
As the shot won't go for Smith Cotton, goes back to the Tigers. He was 6'6" and pushing, 260, 270 when he played. And then you'd watch this guy box you out all game, then go coast to coast and try to pull the rim out of the backboard.
He could get off the floor quick at that size. I mean,
unbelievable. He was also so aggressive in his play style. Like when he boxed you out, it was personal.
Yeah.
On the weave, Vansel goes to the rack. His shot is blocked, but he is fouled and will go to the COMC free throw line for 2. That's the thing. When I say be aggressive, I'm not saying you're trying to do anything violent. However, rebounding is a violent thing. You should want to go check somebody, spin off and box. I mean,
rebounding is the one thing that you really, you practice it, but rebounding comes from within.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like kids that hustle. That's not something they get taught. That's something you just do or you don't. Rebounding is just sheer will.
Yeah.
And Dennis Rodman, tell me that he worked really hard on anything.
Oh, he partied really hard.
He partied really hard. I mean, that was the thing about him. But when it came to rebounding, that was something that he was personal to him, and he wanted to be great at it.
Rebounding and defending for that matter, too. As both free throws for Vansel are good. As we're down to 1:40 to play, just deciding the final score in this one. As I see the happiest man in radio when it comes to the NFL, Craig Allen. He, of course, is the sidekick of one Steve Adams. They'll be calling the School of the Osage game here in just a little bit. Rebound goes to Vansel, and he is fouled. Oh, Craig does a wonderful job over on Cool 102.7. Since he's sitting beside me and can hear me, I've been joking today that as Camdenton plays School of the Osage, I don't know what the over-under set at in total scoring, but it's going to be a high-flying affair there. Neither one of those teams wants to set in the half court and work it around. 134 is what we've heard. 134 over-under combined scores. Randy Taylor gets the layup underneath. That will be a fun one as long as you're not like a defensive basketball purist. 79-43 is the lead. Smith Cotton, their second string out here, going to try to take a little time. May have stepped on the baseline, did step on the baseline. Ball back to Versailles. So Versailles will play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against the loser of Boonville and Fatima, whereas Smith Cotton will move into the championship semifinals. They'll take on the winner of that game. Either way, I got to think Smith Cotton's favorite. What a take. Rowan Allen hangs in the air, right hand finishes. Smith Cotton back the other way inside. Little baby hook off the glass, won't go. Rebound controlled by, is that Allen in the game?
That's Jackson Allen there.
Saw him a little bit at Butler. I thought he looked pretty good there. Vance will spin move on the block. His right hand won't go. Rebound Smith Cotton on the run out. Not going to be able to beat the buzzer. Shot not in time. Didn't go anyway. So Smith Cotton takes out Versailles in this 1-8 matchup to advance to the championship semifinals. Versailles moves on to the consolation semifinals. Post-game show's coming up next. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
Since 1844, Kidwell Garber Funeral Home has been a part of Versailles. They've seen the community grow. They've seen the community change. But one thing remains the same. Nothing's more important than our schools. Kidwell Garber would like to take this time to salute everyone involved in keeping Versailles schools a source of pride for the community, and to the students who always strive to do their best, whether in sports or academically. You are the future. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Lori.
Reaching your fitness goals doesn't have to be tough at Versailles Total Fitness. Tara Grantham is a certified personal trainer and registered occupational therapist who can help you reach your goals in a safe, efficient manner. Get your membership set up today and talk to Tara about training so you can take the first step in becoming a healthier you. Contact Versailles Total Fitness at 573-789-6800 Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 5:30 or see them in person at 131 North Monroe Street in Versailles.
California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California wants you to be another happy customer.
As we enter our GT Brothers Automotive postgame show, Versailles falls to Smith Cotton 79-45 to move on to the consolation semifinals. Smith Cotton will play for the championship semifinals. Jason, a tough night from the word go for Versailles. It just seems like they never really got comfortable in this game.
No, they just didn't look like they got off the bus ready to play tonight. They just never really came out with any energy or passion about what they were doing and trying to prove that 8th seed wrong. And then they just, too many mental errors and just too many soft turnovers and lack of rebounding was bad. Got some things they got to work on. I mean, that's the thing. When you play a game that nothing really went right, I mean, you got plenty to go work on then. So go get better.
If you're thinking about coming out to the Eldon Tournament here tonight, Boonville and Fatima about getting ready to do battle. That should be a good matchup between those two. Then after that, once again, we will have School of the Osage versus the Camdenton Lakers on our sister station, Cool 102.7 and at MoSportsZone.com. And in the nightcap, Jason and I will be back as it will be the Eldon Mustangs and the Eugene Eagles. Jason, I know normally we got a lot to say in this. I don't know that there is that much to say other than Versailles has got a few things to get ironed out and not a quick time to do it.
If you don't get better, then there will be nothing really in this tournament for you because the teams this is a tough tournament right here. So we got to get better. We are better than what we did tonight.
That's the big thing. Yeah.
We've just got to get back to playing team basketball. We did not see that extra pass. A lot of times we didn't even see the second or third pass.
And
we just didn't play the way we have in the last few weeks. And we've got to be a team if we're going to win. So.
And once again, that to me is the big thing. It would be different if you thought this was the level Versailles is at, this was the talent level.
We've seen better.
Everybody knows Versailles is a better team than this. It was just not the performance that I feel Coach Espy going to be happy with. And normally I was going to hang on to see if Coach Espy wanted to talk, but I don't think he's feeling very talkative after that game, and I can kind of understand why. So we'll try to catch up with him a little bit later on. But we're going to go ahead and break this down so that we can get some things figured out for this season. I say that, never mind. Here's Coach Espy. I see him coming up now. I wasn't sure if he would, but a lot of respect for him for coming up now. So we'll get this set up so that we can get him hooked up and talk to Coach Espinoza. See what he has to say here. Get the headset on him. And joined now by the head coach of the Versailles Tigers, Coach Wyatt Espinoza. Coach Espy, a tough night for your squad against a good Smith Cotton team. What were your thoughts on your boys' performance this evening?
I don't feel like it was necessarily the lack of us playing hard or anything like that. They got some athletes that make it difficult. Early on in the game, I felt like we fought for boards and we were, we kind of got in some trouble with their press. But then once we realized that, we can play strong and we can, do the right things against the press, we broke the press, and then we didn't finish chip shots, and we didn't hit very many shots from perimeter. So whenever you're missing chip shots, you're not hitting shots, it's going to make it tough on the scoring end. But, it is what it is.
It felt like turnovers were a bit of a problem for your squad in this one. Some of them, like you said, the athleticism and just some players from Smith Cotton, but there were a few as the game went on that felt like maybe just some mental errors. Do you think any of it has to do with the snow days, the not being able to get into a rhythm? I mean, how much have you been able to have the kids in the gym over the last 4 or 5 days?
We were able to get in yesterday, but that has nothing to do with it because Smith Cotton, they weren't able to get into the gym probably until yesterday as well. And everybody in this tournament, it's the same type of thing. I just briefly talked to the boys after the game, and I just, the biggest difference between our size of school and the kind of the areas that we play to Class 5, Class 6, and then even when you get to the college level and every level that you go up, the difference is not all about talent, because talent-wise, we have guys that are just as talented as some of the guys on Smith Cotton. Or you see a lot of great high school basketball players, and then they can't go move on and play at the next level, because the difference is the physicality and the athleticism. And I felt like that physicality and the athleticism we kind of anticipated some passes that they jumped. And we had some turnovers just from traveling, and maybe we forced up a shot because we were playing off one foot and we're getting bumped. And the Smith Cotton, bigger schools, they don't really feel that because that's how they play at all times. And that's what we want to eventually get to defensively, where we're playing physical and we're doing the right things to the point where we don't even realize it, but it bothers the other team.
It does seem like there's a lot then that you're taking from this game that you can build on, as you guys will play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against the loser of this game. But the beauty of this Eldon tournament is winner's bracket, loser's bracket doesn't really matter. It kind of seems like there's no layups in this Eldon tournament. What are your thoughts on this field that that Mr. Henderson has put together for us?
Oh, we knew it was going to be good, but this is exactly what we have to prepare us for the postseason. We are always focused on the postseason. Not that we're focused on the task at hand and the games that we're playing in the moment, but we got to be the best in the postseason. We got another conference game that we got to win so we can be conference champs as well. Like, we have a lot of stuff that is on the line in the future that we have to get better for. And if it wasn't for this tournament, then we may not be able to reach our full potential at that time.
I love that outlook on things. I know you got some scouting to do in this game, obviously. You guys saw Fatima with your first game of the season, but it's safe to say you're a very different team, and so are they. You guys haven't played Boonville yet this year, have you?
No, we haven't.
Do you know anything about this Boonville squad, or is this something you're going to have to watch and learn a little bit here in this matchup?
They have a ton of talent, and, there's some stuff that I got to learn because I've watched them early half in the year and a little bit of the second half, but the last 5 games, I think they've really turned it on. And so that's kind of going to be something I'm looking for tonight. Fatima, like you said, we saw them game 1. Yeah, we're much better than I feel like we are than what we were game 1. But, they're probably the same. They probably started to figure things out. But fortunately, we've been able to see them once, so we kind of get an idea of what they've got.
Well, Coach Espy, I got to tip my hat to you because it's very easy to come up here and talk after a 20-point win, after a 5-game win streak and all that. But to come up after a loss is not as easy. But I got a lot of respect for the fact that you still do, and you're still using it to just learn and get better off of. I think that's the kind of mindset that's going to push this program to the next level.
Absolutely. Thank you. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. That is head coach Wyatt Espinoza. A tough night from his squad, but live and learn, get a little bit better, and they'll be back in action tomorrow at 4. This is the GT Brothers Automotive Postgame Show. Coach Vansel, before we put a wrap on this, do you have any other thoughts on this game?
No, not really. Just time to go back to the gym and try to get a little better.
I agree completely. Well, we're going to try to get a little bit better, too. Maybe even go see that hospitality room, see what it looks like.
It will get better down there, won't it?
I know it will, but we'll be back on the air sometime near 8:15, 8:30, as we'll have Eugene and Eldon battling it out here in the opening round of this tournament. But once again, you can listen to the Osage Camdenton game coming up on Cool 102.7. That one will get underway right around 7 o'clock. But a big thanks to Paige Miller for hanging out with us, engineering. Paige just always makes life a lot easier for us. Of course, Britt on the camera. He's Jason, and I'm Colton. This has been another presentation of